Scott Carpenter, aboard Aurora 7 in 1962, became the second American in space. He was so entranced by the experience that he didn't want to come back.
Imagine the greatest relaxation you can think of. That's what it is. The view from that altitude is transcending. Combination of both of those is at least addictive.
Carpenter's orbiting rapture meant he came close to running out of fuel and being lost in space.
I wasn't happy with Scott Carpenter flying. I did everything that I thought was proper to ask for him not to fly when I found that he was going to fly.
Engine start.
I lost that request. He started out very well and ended up almost killing himself.
He's got a black heart.
Carpenter's mission was to carry out a series of experiments, but he was more interested in solving a beguiling mystery. On an earlier flight, astronaut John Glenn had reported seeing swarms of space fireflies.
He saw sparkling particles out the window, and he called them fireflies because we didn't have another name for them. There was even suspicion among some very bright people that there might be living creatures out there.
But the fireflies, if they existed, were elusive. Carpenter kept looking and kept going. Fuel began to run short.
My first inclination that we were not doing too well, according to the flight plan, was that he was using up too much fuel. And I tried to get the Capcoms around the world to say you're using too much fuel. So that really had me pissed off.
Finally, after 3 orbits, an increasingly anxious craft ordered Carpenter to come back down. To do this, he needed all the fuel he had left. But just as he was about to begin his descent, he saw something.
And here came all the fireflies past the window. When I realized at that time that they weren't living creatures, they were little flakes of ice.
Aurora 7, Cape Capcom.
He was busy beating on the side of the spacecraft, looking at all the fireflies.
I was having a marvelous time. I wasn't playing around.
Carpenter was lucky to get down alive. With too little fuel left for a controlled descent, Aurora 7 came careering through the atmosphere and splashed down hundreds of miles off target.
He was damn lucky. If he had gotten less velocity, he could have started in and burn up. He could have not got in at all. And then he would have been stuck there.
But Carpenter didn't mind. As the rescue fleet diverted to find him, he was still enjoying himself.
I got in the life raft, and I had a ball there in a gentle sea state, fair skies, and a chance to be alone in my contemplation of a recent fascinating experience.
Well, I think he had a great time up there.
It was the last mission Carpenter was ever asked to fly, but he probably didn't mind that either. He began a new career as a deep-sea diver.